Our lesson for today is graphing linear equations. Learning objectives. At the end of this discussion, the students are expected to graph a linear equation given any 2 points, the x and y intercepts, and the slope and a point on the line, and describe the graph of a linear equation in terms of its intercepts and slope. Please take note that one of the ways to describe a linear equation is by its graph. The graph of a linear equation ax plus by equal to c is a straight line. Every point on the line is a solution on the equation. Every solution of this equation is a point on this line. There are different ways of graphing linear equations. So, take note na lahat ng graphs ng linear equation ay straight line. So usually, it is written in standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to 3, or sometimes it is written in slope-intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus b. Lahat ng points na nandun sa straight line na yun, automatically, solution siya ng equation. So meaning, pag pumili ka ng isang point, yung ordered pair na napili mo, pag sinubstitute mo siya dun sa equation, it will be a true equation kasi solution siya. Then, every solution of this equation is a point on this line. So, lahat ng solution niya, yun nga, nasa line. And there are different ways of graphing linear equations. Okay, let's start with our first way, which is using any 2 points. For this one, pwede kang gumamit ng x and y intercepts, or you may use substitution. So what I will be discussing to you is by substitution, meaning you will assign values for x. Let's have our first example. You have x plus y is equal to 5. So you assign values for x. For instance, pwede namang x is equal to 0. So you have x plus y is equal to 5, and then you replace the value of x. So yung inassign natin, ang x daw ay equal to 0. So papalitan mo lang yung x ng 0. So you have 0 plus y is equal to 5. Since 0 naman yan, you have y is equal to 5. So meaning, yung first ordered pair natin, which is a point, you have 0, 5. Yung 0 galing yan sa x, and then upon replacing yung x natin with 0 dun sa given linear equation, you obtain the value of y, which is 5. So you have your ordered pair 0, 5. And then you assign another value for x. You have x is equal to 1. So, ganun na naman yung process. Yung x, papalitan lang natin ng 1 kasi yun yung naka-assign na value. So, you have 1 plus y is equal to 5. And then you have this one. So, ang goal natin is mahanap yung value ng y. Maging ganito siya. Problem is, meron ka pang 1 dun sa left side of the equation. So, parang yung rewriting natin ng standard to slope-intercept form, kailangan ma-isolate mo dito yung variable y kasi yung y nga yung hinahanap mo. So, we will apply APE or addition property of equality. Whatever value you will add to the left side of the equation, yun din yung i-add mo sa right side of the equation. So, ito, kukunin mo yung additive inverse niya. So, yung 1, mag-a-add ka ng negative 1. So, may negative 1 ka sa left side of the equation, meaning, you will also add negative 1 sa right side of the equation. So, after solving it, you have, of course, 1 minus 1 is just 0. Then, plus y, kinapi lang, is equal to 4 minus 1. So, ang value ng y natin dito ay 4. So, meaning, yung second point natin, ang ordered pair niya ay 1, 4. So, using these 2 points, pwede na natin tong i-graph sa Cartesian plane. Because if you will go back, any 2 points determine a line. So, kapag may dalawang points ka na, automatically, meron ka ng line. So, i-connect mo lang tong dalawang 2 points. So, we will use GeoGebra to graph ito, yung linear equation natin. Let's just put them side by side. So, ito, we will just plot these 2 points sa ating Cartesian plane, and then we will connect them para mahanap natin yung graph nitong linear equation, which is just a straight line. So, let's start by plotting the first point, which is 0, 5. So, kung ilalagay natin siya sa Cartesian plane, you have your 0, 5. So, yung x mo ay 0, yung y mo ay 5. So, nandito yung first point. So, pwede mo siya i-name as point A. And then, yung second point natin, you have 1, 4. So, sa x ay 1, tapos sa y ay positive 4. So, ito. And then, what we will do, we will just connect these 2 points. Ayan. And then, you have your line already. Take note, there should be arrowheads. May arrowhead dito, tapos may arrowhead dito. Bakit? Kasi, yung line natin, it extends infinitely on both directions. So, ito. So, again, paano mo siya ginawa? You assign any values for x. So, dalawa yan, para magkaroon ka din ng 2 points. Tapos, yung 2 points na yon, ilalagay mo siya sa Cartesian plane, ipa-plot mo. Then, connect those 2 points. Then, don't forget proper labeling ng ating 2 points. And then, you should also have your arrowheads dito, saka dito. Signifies na nag-extend yung line natin on both directions. Next example will be x plus 3y is equal to 15. So, again, you let x be equal to 0. So, what will happen? You're just replacing your x with 0. So, substitute the value of x, and then mangyayari dyan, magiging ganito yan. 3y is equal to 15. Di ba yung dun sa rewriting natin, our goal is, dapat yung numerical coefficient ni y ay just 1. So, ito, kung papansinin mo, yung numerical coefficient ni y ay may 3 pa. So, you have to divide the whole equation by its numerical coefficient, which is 3. So, again, divide the equation by 3. So, y is equal to 5. So, meaning, yung ordered pair natin ay 0, 5. And then, let x be equal to 1. If that will be the case, x plus 3y is equal to 15. So, again, replace your x with 1. And then, ang goal mo is, dahil hindi naman siya 0, hindi na lang siya mawawala. So, ang goal mo is, mawala yung 1. So, you will use addition property of equality. Yung additive inverse ni 1 ay negative 1. So, 1 minus 1 is just 0. Then, you have 3y is equal to 15 minus 1, which is just 14. Then, you will still have 3y is equal to 14. But the problem is, ang numerical coefficient ni y ay 3. Hindi pa siya 1. So, again, divide the equation by its numerical coefficient. So, ang y natin is 14 over 3. So, yung 14 over 3, you can convert it into decimal or into mixed number. Pwede naman doon sa dalawa. So, if you will be converting it into decimal, so you just divide 14 by 3. So, that is just 4.66666. Repeating yung 6. So, 4.7 will do. Or kung ano naman siya, mixed number, we have 4 and 2/3. So, yan. So, may video tayo ng link how to convert improper fraction to mixed fractions. So, 4 and 2/3 or pwede rin siyang 4.66667. So, parehas lang naman yung dalawang yun. So, again, we will use these 2 points to have our graph for x plus 3y is equal to 15. Okay, so, meron ka na ngayong 2 points, dalawang ordered pair. So, you have 0, 5 and 1, 14 over 3. So, yung 14 over 3 is just the same as 4 and 2/3 or 4.6666666. Repeating yung 6 doon. So, plot these 2 points sa Cartesian plane natin. So, let's start with this one. So, yung x dito ay 0 and then yung y ay 5. So, 0 and then you have 5. So, that's it. And then, yung second order pair natin, you have 1, then 14 over 3. So, somewhere here. If you're using GeoGebra, I'm actually using GeoGebra, pwede mo naman i-adjust sa input yung ordered pairs. Pwede mo na siyang i-type. So, this is 1. And then, ito, pwede mo siya isulat in decimal or in fraction. So, 14 over 3. Ayan. So, mag-a-adjust siya. Tama yan. E, paano pag ginagawa mo siya ng manually? So, ito yung 5 and 4. Pwede kang maglagay dyan ng maliliit na lines, parang ganito. Ayan. So, pag zoom in ko siya, pag gumawa ka ng maliliit na lines, parang ganyan. Di ba nag-4 yan? So, magkakaroon ka ng 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5. So, para siyang ruler. Since 4.67 yan, syempre, it will be somewhere here. 6 to, tapos lalagpas ng onte para maging 4.67. So, ganun siya ginagawa manually. Tapos, yung x mo ay 1, tapos ito 4.67. Yun yung manually kapag may graphing paper ka. Pero kung sa notebook ka, yun nga, or graphing paper, kailangan mo siyang gawing manually para siyang ruler. So, maglalagay ka ng small line. So, magiging parang ganyan niya. 4, 4.1, 4.2. Siyempre ito, mas equidistance dapat yan. Parang sa ruler nga. So, zoom in ko lang siya para makita niyo yung maliliit niya. But if you're using this software, which is GeoGebra, pwede mo i-adjust yung ordered pairs dito sa input part. And the next thing that you have to do is to connect these 2 points to have your graph. Specifically, yung line nung linear equation. So, connect mo lang siya point A to point B, and then you have your linear equation. So, ito na ating linear equation na x plus 3y is equal to 4. Okay, our second one, we have graphing linear equations using x and y intercepts. So, ano yung difference dun sa nauna? Yung una, bahala ka mag-assign ng values ng x. Kahit na positive, negative integers, as long as real numbers. Ito, when you're using x and y intercept, dalawa lang yung pwede mong i-substitute. For x, you have to substitute 0. And for y, you have to substitute 0. So, bakit? Pag x-intercept, meaning nasa x-axis siya. So, meaning, pag x-intercept siya, yung y niya ay 0. Kung y-intercept siya, yung x niya ay 0. So, ano yung ibig sabihin nun? Kunyari ito Okay, balik tayo dito sa Cartesian plane. Pag sinabing x-intercept, naglalay siya dito sa x-axis. Ayan, dito. Yan siya naglalay. Naglalay siya dito sa x-axis. Ito. Itong nakahigang linya. So, kung naglalay siya dyan, meaning, kunyari itong point na to, dito. Meaning, yung y niya, yung x niya ay 1, pero yung y niya 0 kasi hindi ka tumaas, hindi ka bumaba. Kaya yung y is equal to 0. Kung nasa y-axis siya, dito, kunyari nandito siya sa point na to, itong location na to, ibig sabihin yung x niya ay 0, pero yung y niya ay 1. Kaya let x be equal to 0, let y be equal to 0. So ito, proceed ka lang ulit. So x plus y is equal to 5. Replace x with 0, so y is equal to 5. So ang ordered pair natin na una 0, 5. This is in, saan ito makikita? Nasa y-axis. So kung ipa-plot mo siya, 0 yung x, pero yung y mo ay nasa 5. Just move this one a little bit. Ayan. So 0 yung x, tapos yung y mo ay 5. So nandito yung unang point. So ito, pansinin, nasa y-axis siya mismo, kaya y-intercept ang tawag sa kanya. And then the next one, you let y be equal to 0. So again, you're given x plus y is equal to 5. And then, x plus 0 is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. So you have your second ordered pair. So you have, yung x mo daw ay 5. Huwag lang natin to onte. Yan. So yung x mo ay 5, ito. Pero yung y mo 0. So, hindi na siya tataas, hindi na siya bababa. So, nandito lang siya mismo sa x-axis. Kaya nga siya x-intercept kasi nasa x-axis siya mismo. Doon siya naglalay. So, kung pansinin niyo yung pattern, kapag y-intercept, yung x ay 0. Kapag x-intercept, yung y ay 0. So, ito again, connect those 2 points. And that will be our equation of the line. Ito yung graph nung linear equation natin. So, again, straight line yan. So, pag nag-graph kayo, ano yung hihahanapin ko? You have your 2 points. Kasi 2 points yung ginagamit natin dito. Tapos ito, it should have arrowheads kasi nag-extend infinity on both directions. So, ito may arrowhead din to. Saka dito may arrowhead. So, ganyan siya. And then, you may also name it. Pwedeng point A, pwedeng point B. It's up to you. Bawal lang na same same name. So ito, pwedeng silang natin, ayan. So ito, this is point A, nandito siya. Ito, this is point B, then connect the 2 points. Kaya nga siya using X and Y intercepts. Actually, yung X and Y intercept, 2 points din yan. Pero ang pinagkaiba lang na doon sa nauna, sila laging nasa X axis at nasa y-axis. Yung kanina, pwedeng nasa mga quadrant siya. Pwedeng yung isang point nasa y-axis, nasa quadrant, o pwedeng yung isang point nasa other axis naman, nasa quadrant, or both of the points nasa quadrant. So, ganun siya. So, ito, dapat both sila nasa x and y axis. So, laging x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Okay, our next example, you have x plus 3y is equal to 15. So again, let x be equal to 0. So same process, replace the value of x, which is 0. So you have 3y is equal to 15. Since yung numerical coefficient ni y ay hindi pa 1. So you divide the equation by its numerical coefficient. So you have y is equal to 5. And then you let your y is equal to 0. So, again, replace the value of your y with 0. So, ito, 3 times 0 is just 0. So, you have x plus 0 is equal to 15, which is just x is equal to 15. So, you have your 2 intercepts. This is your y-intercept. This is your x-intercept. Okay, so you have 0, 5. And then, yung second ordered pairs natin, you have 15, 0. So, kung 15, 0 yan, 15 yung x, 0 yung y. So, ito yung second point. Ayan. And then, again, connect those 2 points. And then, you have your graph already. So, ito. So, again, dapat may arrowhead yan. May arrowhead because the line extends infinitely on both directions. And then, notice yung 2 points natin parehas nasa axis. So, ito nasa x-axis, yung point B. Yung y natin, yung point A ay nasa y-axis. Kapag nasa x-axis siya, ang tawag sa kanya ay x-intercept. Kapag nasa y-axis siya, ang tawag sa kanya ay y-intercept. Our third way is graphing linear equations using slope and y-intercept. So, dito importante na yung linear equation mo is written in the slope-intercept form. Kasi gagamitin mo yung slope niya, saka yung pinaka-y-intercept niya. So, let's have our specific example. You have, write the linear, x plus y is equal to 5. So, ito ay nasa standard form pa. So, kailangan i-rewrite mo siya ng slope-intercept form. So, nasa taas yung link para dun sa rewriting linear equation from standard form to its slope-intercept form. So, you have your x plus y is equal to 5. And then, if you write it in slope-intercept form, you will have y is equal to negative x plus 5. So, ito, kailangan ma-identify mo yung numerical coefficient of x saka yung b. Di ba itong form na to, nasa siya eh. Actually, y is equal to mx plus b. So, yung numerical coefficient ni x, yung small m, that will be the slope. Tapos, yung b dito, yung constant, yun na agad yung y-intercept. So, based from this given slope-intercept form, itong negative x, pansinin na yung numerical coefficient of x is negative 1. So, the slope is negative 1 or pwede mo siyang i-write as negative 1 over 1. Kasi negative divided by positive is negative. 1 divided by 1 is 1. So, ito. So, parehas lang yan. And then, your y-intercept, ito, yung b is equal to 5, positive 5. So, kung minus 5 yan, negative 5. So, the y-intercept is 5, or pag nilagay mo siya sa ordered pair, 0, 5. So, dahil y-intercept siya, yung value dun sa y, dun sa ordered pair, yun yung 5. So, ngayon, meron ka ng slope and y-intercept. You will use the slope and the y-intercept in graphing the linear equation. So, yung una, i-plot mo muna si y-intercept. So, that is 0, 5. Okay, so let's graph this given linear equation using its y-intercept and its slope. So, yung y-intercept mo dito, 0, 5. So, 0, 5. Uunahin mong i-plot yung y-intercept. So, 0, 5. So, nandito yon. And then, gamit yung slope, hahanapin mo yung second point. So, ito, yung negative 1, pwede mo siya isulat as negative 1 over 1. So, ito, since negative 1, di ba rise over 1 yan? So, negative yung nasa taas. So, bababa ka na isa. So, from 5, bababa ka na isa. So, that's 4. And then, mag-run ka na isa. Dahil positive naman kakanan ka. So, yung second point ay nandito. So, yung second point mo, you have 1, 4. So, again, paano ko nakuha yung second point? I-plot mo muna yung y-intercept, 0, 5. And then, gamit yung slope, hanapin mo yung second point. So, ito siya, negative 1 over 1. Negative 1. So, bababa na isa. Tapos, 1 yung run, yung over. So, kakanan na isa. So, ito yon. So, you have your second point. And then, connect those 2 points. You have already your line for x plus y is equal to 5. Again, may arrowhead. My arrowhead signifies that the line of the equation extends infinitely on both sides. You have 2x plus 5y is equal to 5. So, again, write the linear equation to its slope-intercept form. So, yung given natin ay 2x plus 5y is equal to 5. Pag nire-write mo siya, you have y is equal to negative 2 over 5x plus 1. And then, from that slope-intercept form, you have to identify its slope. So, titignan mo yung numerical coefficient ni x, which is negative 2 over 5. Ito. Since negative siya, pwede kang pumili. Either yung numerator ang negative or yung denominator yung negative. Kasi negative divided by positive is negative, or positive divided by negative is negative. And then this one, titignan mo yung b, that will be your y-intercept. So our next step, use the slope and the y-intercept in graphing the linear equation. So again, plot mo muna si y-intercept. So you have 0, 1, 0, 1, okay, and then, you use the slope to find the other point. So, ito, again, pwedeng yung numerator o yung denominator, yung negative. Pipili ka lang pag negative yan. So, kunwari negative yung 2. So, bababa ng dalawa kasi negative. And that's rise over run, tandaan. Change in y over change in x. So, ito, since negative siya, imbis na tumaas, bababa. So, 1, 2, dalawang units, and then kakanan ng 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yung second point mo ay nasa 5, negative 1. And then connect these 2 points. And then you have your graph for 2x plus 5y is equal to 5.